If you wanted to take long distance shots with your smartphone, now you can with this. What's happening, Panda Nation? Peter Von Panda here. This says telescope, but I'm going to call it more of a telephoto lens, small box here. And this is a clip-on lens that you can put on pretty much any smartphone, I think. Whoops. The little lanyard fell out right here. And it comes with the hardware to mount to your phone, which is actually really interesting. And so if you want to take long distance shots, something far away, maybe you're into ornithology. I hope that's the study of birds. I can't remember exactly. Or maybe you're trying to film your kids at a soccer game, or you're trying to see if the neighbors are dealing crack in their house. Whatever, you can spy on anyone you want. Creep around, baby, creep around. So first of all, we get this little tiny tripod. I've seen these a lot before here. It's got a little gimbal at the top. You can tighten it down, 1/4-inch screw. Then we also get this spring-loaded mount for smartphones. And then we also get this piece where the lens will clip into. But what I want to show you is there's this little track. So what you would do is you would take this and you would put it on here. We get this little additional thumb screw. So I would put that in there like this. And now you would take your phone and put it into the mount just like this and line up this piece with wherever your camera hole is, just like that. Get your hole right there and then tighten this guy down. Oops. I'm gonna make sure that that stays right in place, perfectly centered over the camera hole. You might have to do a little adjusting once you get the lens in there and then tighten that down. And then you get the telescope right here. It comes in this nice little nylon pouch. Actually has a belt strap right there too. And here it is in plastic. I also like that you get this little microfiber cloth to clean off the lenses, and it actually has a rubberized material all around here, so it actually feels really nice in the hand, very grippy. We have a 1/4-inch screw hole right there so we could mount it on the tripod, and then it looks like we have a little focus knob right there. We also have attached covers, so I can flip this off, and you can see they're flexible, soft rubber, and one over the eyepiece here, the ocular piece, and so I can look through that. Ooh, you look so close to me. I can see right in your house through your smartphone. Oh, who's that behind you? Now, this thing is pretty powerful. Interestingly, it doesn't say on the box how powerful it is. But now what we can do is we can take this and attach it to this. So now the phone is attached to the lens there. Then I can put this underneath here, just like this, and then set this up. And that's actually really important to have it nice and stable, because when you are filming a long distance, even those little tiny movements look like really big swings when you are looking at something far away. So now what we have to do is connect this to my phone, go outside, and see how far we can see with it. All right, got my little telescope here, and I'm sitting at my sliding glass window here. So I thought I would see what I can see in these trees here, you know, and the swamp thing, or the mist monster, or more likely the raccoons going through the garbage are coming out of the woods here. So this is what you can expect. I'm actually going to mount the phone right here, and we will just compare this view where the phone is to the same view where the phone will stay, but it will have this telescope lens on it. All right, so I've got it set up here. I'm sitting in the same spot. We're looking through a glass window here, but it's pretty clean. I do a pretty good job with the Windex. And I will say a couple things here. This is what you can expect. I'll run my hand right in front of there, but I definitely use the focus ring to dial in the focus. So what you can see here is a pretty good representation of the trees. Now, it's kind of like any telescope. You're looking through the telescope and you are getting a limited field of view, but I think I can see a lot of details here. Okay, a couple things you got to remember. One, depending on the size of the phone you have, the piece that hangs onto the telescope that holds the phone kind of wants to sag, it kind of wants to rotate. And that's why this might look a little bit off. In fact, if I kind of rotate it up here to get it level, it kind of wants to droop back down. Not a ton, but I would say it's probably hanging down about 10 degrees. So that's kind of the nature of it, because you've got all this weight hanging off to the side, and the piece that's holding it onto the telescope is not, you know, super secure. It's not super tight. The other thing I will say here is I have this sitting on a table, so it is very still. But if I touch the table, because we are so focused in, I'm just gonna tap on the table here, or if I tap the telescope like this, man, it really moves around. So is this something that you would use handheld? You're sitting in bleachers, filming your kid's soccer game, you are out bird watching and you are trying to scan for birds in the trees using this and holding it in your hand, I would think that the results are going to be less than ideal. But if you're going to put it on something very stable, very sturdy, something that doesn't wobble and move around a lot, then I think you could get some pretty good shots. So I would say for something like this, it's going to be more about observing something far away that is static, kind of the far reaches of your farm. Or you're sitting in a field at a concert and you want to record the speaker or the artist or the musician or something, briefly. But in terms of using this when you move it around, everything kind of jiggles. It works, but whatever you record is probably going to be less than ideal for watching this play back. Now, like I said, it's just kind of interesting. If I had a bird sitting out there, which I don't have any birds because I chase them all away, barbecue those suckers up. They're a little gamey, but delicious. So I would say that if I had something just sitting out there and I wanted to record a raccoon going through my trash, a bird eating a worm, something like that, my neighbor stroking his giant belly, I could definitely do that. So this works, but it is definitely a compromise in many ways. But it's a pretty good option for adding a telephoto feature to pretty much any camera. So if you want to pick this up, it's not that expensive. And if it works for your needs, I'll put a link to it in the description below. Peter Von Panda, out!
We can discover more and explore so much deeper.